Hey everyone, welcome to Kim Credible Life. I'm Kim. I have the same handle on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook if you would like to hop over there. I have lots more tutorials, full face makeup. Today we are just focusing on eyes. Eyeshadow placement. I have a lot of questions from beginners who are having trouble with placement of their eyeshadow. So we're going to use a really beautiful palette today. And we've got this color Alive is a beautiful gold color. We have Lively, Fervent, and Optimistic that we're going to highlight with. So I'm going to show you how you can get a quad of eyeshadow colors just like this and place them beautifully and blend them out. It's all about color choices, placement, blending, and your tools. So we'll talk about that as well. So I'm going to get started, and I like to use eye primer. So our Moodstruck pressed shadows are infused with primer. So if you don't have particularly oily eyelids, then you don't even have to use this step. I have slightly oily eyelids, and so I just want to ensure that it is going to stay all day and not crease or move around. And that's what I love about these eyeshadows is I used to have horrible problems with just the pigment not transferring from the eyeshadow itself onto the eye. It did not translate the same color. And with these, you're going to get beautiful color, beautiful pigment, and they're going to stay put. And, you know, by the end of the day, in my natural crease, all the eyeshadow would gather. I would take my nail, scrape it off. It was terrible. So with that said, we're going to get started, and I'm going to start with a deluxe brush, okay? It's somewhat of a flat brush, and I'm going to dip into the color Alive, and we're just going to apply this to the lid. And I feel like the eye primer also allows that color to stick really well to the eyelid and show up. Now, if you're wanting to intensify the pigment of the color that you're applying, you can certainly take some setting spray, water, whatever you want, and spray it on your brush, and then dip into the eyeshadow and intensify that color that you are using. For today, we're just doing a beautiful, simple look. I feel like this would be great on blue eyes in particular because you're going opposite on the color wheel with that orange and red. But I have green eyes, and there really is no rules. It's whatever colors you prefer, you migrate towards, you love. The colors that speak to you and make you happy, because that's what this is about. This is about you feeling confident and happy with your color choices. So next, I'm going to go in with this beautiful orange in Lively. And I'm going to use my, you know what, actually, you can use a fluffy crease brush. We'll just use that. So these guys don't have a lot of fallout. That's another thing I love about these colors, okay? But some do have a little bit. So I'm going to tap it off. That way we're going to prevent from making a mess here. This is going to go into our transition. Now, if you are mature like me and you have some hooded eyelids, then you're not going to go directly in the crease and keep the shadow in the crease, because when you open your eye, it will disappear. So this is our transition. So we're going to go, you can go into the crease and slightly above the crease, but stay right underneath that brow bone because we're going to highlight up there. And these are just some of the tips and tricks. And when you have mature eyes, into sort of opening them up, making them look, you know, wide awake, more youthful perhaps. All right, we're gonna go over here. We're gonna do the same thing with this color Lively, which I love. And I never was an orange person, but I just love this color. And just gonna blend that out. All right, if you're happy with that placement, we're going to tie it together with the next color. One of my favorite brushes is the Angled Shadow Sponge Brush, okay? And so this is perfect if you struggle with that outer corner. We're going to take Fervent, this beautiful wine color, and we're going to stamp that outer V into place. So if you struggle with eyeshadow placement in that outer corner and you want to get that perfect V-shape outer corner, and I like to use a darker color in this outer corner and a lighter shade on my lid. That's another trick with mature eyes into creating a flattering look. And then I'm just going to blend in. You don't want to smear it all around. you want to keep that nice initial placement, and then you're just gonna pull that color over, just like so. So the idea here is we're gonna blend all these colors together, right? You don't want to see where one color stops and one color starts. So we're gonna blend these guys in when we're done. So I'm gonna place the outer corner on this eye as well. I don't know about you all, but I struggle with my dominant eye, which is my right eye. And my right eye actually is a little bit different shape, and it has more like little micro creases in it. So sometimes I have to baby this side just a little bit. So I encourage you, when you're figuring this out, sit down and practice and don't rush it. And once you get the hang of it and you find out what works best for your eye shape, you may not place your colors exactly where I place mine, because you may not have hooded eyes, or yours may be more hooded than mine. You may have more lid space, you may have less lid space. So drop down here if you struggle with your eyeshadow placement. Let me know if this helps. And I'm going to be placing more videos as we go. I have another one on a nice brown neutral eye look. Any eye color can wear that. All right, I'm going to take the fluffy crease brush that still has a little bit of that lively in. So here's where we go with the blending, okay? And you can even blend this upper line right there. If you feel like it's a little harsh, you can blend that out just a little bit. And then we're going to go over here, and I didn't add anything to my brush, okay? And then we're going to pull that color in, and I may just soften that line up top on both sides. All right, because we don't want any harsh lines either, but we also want to blend these colors together. So just blend to your satisfaction here. And then I like to make sure that this outer corner color is just nicely blended over the top of the lid shade. Again, we're just keeping it blended. Take as much or as little time with this part of it as you want. Okay, next I'm going to take my crease brush. It's like a pencil brush. And I'm going to go into this highlight color called Optimistic. I feel like no matter what colors you need, you need Optimistic in your life. That and Gentle are my two favorite highlight shades. And so again, especially for mature eyes, this just lifts and awakens that eye. And I love that. And you could just highlight in the arch, and this is where the light would naturally reflect and catch your eye, right? And if you noticed, I had my eyebrows on before we got on here, because this is a part of completing your eye look. It's the eyeshadow, the lashes, the brows. It's all the pieces to the puzzle when you're doing your eyes. And it looked a little weird because I didn't have any eyeshadow on. Now we're pulling all the pieces to this puzzle together, and we're getting the eyeshadow on, and the eyebrows all of a sudden don't look as harsh. So I don't know about you, but I want to blend in, once again, that highlight color. We want to make sure it blends right in with everything else. Now, one last step. If you want to just lighten up all of this and blend it together, you can take your blending brush. And all these are unique if you guys are interested. You can go to my website and to my link tree and my bios and just shop away. I will try to make a cart link to put in the description of this video with all these products I use today. So it'll be super easy. All right, I feel like with that angled shadow brush there, I don't have any cleanup to do, but I'm going to show you a little trick. You're going to take your cream shadow brush and dip into your concealer. And if you made a little bit of a mess on the outer corner of the eye, you're going to take your concealer just like so, and you're going to clean up that outer edge. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to mess with that fussy tape. But if you want to use that, you can use that. But I feel like this trick works just as well, and it just sharpens up that outer line and gives us an instant eye lift. And that is what we are looking for, isn't it? Just like so. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put my mascara on because that's going to complete this look. All right, I've applied the mascara. We've pulled this whole look together, put all the pieces of the puzzle together, just using 4 eyeshadow colors that we blended very intentionally. So once again, we used Alive, Lively, Fervent, and Optimistic. And we talked about color placement, hooded mature eyes. We talked about tools, very important for your eye look, and placement of the shadow. The light here balances out the dark, opens the eye, and when we're doing our looks, we want to draw attention to this area here, and that's why we create such an intentional focal point. So thank you guys for joining me. I hope you enjoy this video and others that are out there. If you have any questions, drop them below. Feel free to share this, and thank you so much.